I cannot take Deca. I can't do Deca.
Deca-dick.
Deca-dick. Deca-dick, right? Right guys, how are we doing? We are back for episode 3 of Testosterone Tales. So we're gonna just dive straight in. Me and Ryan are gonna quickly talk about where we're at the moment in our journey. So do you want to start first, mate?
I actually want to hear from you first, because I'm actually coaching James. I've known James a long time. It was one of them weird ones where I almost thought, is that gonna change the dynamic between our friendship? But I've been helping him out, and at the moment, we're on a little bit of a path, so take it away.
Yeah, so basically I went on the last 18 months of my life, I stepped away from bodybuilding quite a bit. I focused pretty much all my attention on my business. I had my son, and these all come across and sound like almost excuses that a lot of probably my clients would use, or you guys may use. Oh, I'm busy, this is happening, work's busy, kids, all the rest of it. And you know, I'm human as well. Like, although it's very easy for me to coach my clients, sometimes yourself, you need that accountability yourself, and you kind of need someone to hold you in check. So I went on a holiday to Turkey with Amy and some of my close friends, and got back from a holiday, looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, this is unacceptable. You're getting fat. So I came back from holiday, and I obviously speak to Ryan a lot, and I was like, look mate, it's gotta be you. I need someone to hold me accountable. So
there was a couple of things about James that I felt was needed addressing, and one of them was, there's two main things. Number one was your like all or nothing attitude.
Yeah.
And you believed, do you remember the conversation we had probably, 10 weeks ago? It's almost like James believes that he has to be all in.
Extreme.
And I said to you, what did I say? I said, where's that leading you?
Yeah.
That all in attitude has led you to the point where you sort of fell off.
Yeah, totally.
Instead, we need to find something that's mentally stimulating.
Yeah.
You're getting enough of a visual result that you're like satisfied, but also a bit more sustainable.
Totally.
So that balance was what I wanted to get. And then number 2 was James was always convinced that he was going to get weaker in a deficit.
Yeah.
And I've been saying it to him for years. Like, you don't just eat less food and become a pussy. Like, so it was about trying to get that through to him. And
totally. I think as
we're
well. We're 1,000% there. So like I was, when I came back from my holiday, I would probably say I was quite detrained. So I wasn't training the hardest. I wasn't training like a bodybuilder. I'd had a few injuries. I kind of lost the love for it. I spent all my time in the gym. All my life was focused on coaching my clients. And that excitement had kind of dwindled a little bit, really. So I just needed.
It's back.
Yeah.
It's back.
It's back now.
Yeah.
So
that's quick, great.
I just needed to get back into it. And to be honest, like within 2 or 3 weeks of doing something completely different, having someone just literally go, do this, do this, do this, do this, and not having to think, I could then focus on just my own clients. It made it so easy. And you would not believe how quickly, well, you do because you see them, but like I have more energy, I've got more focus, I'm seeing results really fast. I'm using, relatively speaking, fuck all gear compared to what I would have done in the past. I'm 10 kilos lighter in 10 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm stronger, I'm leaner, I'm enjoying my training. I don't feel fucked. I can still do everything that I was doing before and better. And yeah, I feel really good.
You don't need a coach because you do it yourself. You're a very smart guy. You've been doing it a long time. It's not like you necessarily needed it. I just think it was a good addition, like just a little injection. As you say, you're a bit detrained. So I don't know. I think the timing of it was just perfect.
Mate, you know what the thing is as well. Like I am obsessed with learning new things. Like I have when it comes to ego now, I have got absolutely no issue. Like I want to learn new things. There's things that you do that I wouldn't do. Like I'm obsessed. I need to know everything. I need to know everything all the time. And I think when you stop learning, that's it. You're done. You're done. And there's so many little angles and tweaks and changes that you do that I just wouldn't have seen before. And that's it's great. Like I've learned a lot from that.
I love that, mate. And I want to give something different enough, but also familiar enough.
Yeah.
You don't feel like, oh, what the fuck is this? You know?
Yeah.
But that's great. I love that, mate. That's really, really good. I can't say that I'm as good as you, mate. I can't say I'm as good as you. And there's one big reason. So recently I had my bloods taken. and my testosterone, I even sent you a picture. So for a normal, like natural guy, testosterone should be between 7 and 29.
So just for context, you need to. So you've come off the back of a competition.
I should have said that.
Yeah.
12 weeks ago, I finished my comp and I went on to 300 milligrams of test only.
Yeah.
I always do that after a show because, leading into a show, gear is at its highest. So I come down and give the body a bit of a break, let the food do the talking. That's always my mentality. Let the food do the talking, grow nice and big, full. Anyway, I had my bloods taken 3 weeks ago and my test was 2, which is, for those that don't know, that's probably similar to a female. A female is probably going to be just below 1, maybe. So I'm just slightly more than like a teenage girl, basically.
Which is wild, considering training performance has not been too bad.
Do you know what I have noticed? I have noticed that I was a little bit weaker. My body weight wasn't going up. I was eating more food progressively. My body weight was stalling.
Yeah.
But I didn't notice too much, but I'm getting more niggles. That's a fact. Like my pec was hurting, my back and knee was hurting, my lower back was hurting, my shoulder was hurting. I'm like, fuck.
Tweaks that just wouldn't go away normally.
Yeah, normally you might get 1, or you might get very unlucky 2 or 3, but I've quite literally got 1 on every, like a dot to dot on me at the moment. So yeah, but I didn't necessarily tweak it. It didn't make sense. I didn't think I was going to be that low. And then that came through and I was like, shit. So the fact that I've kept the body weight and size that I've got, I'm actually quite proud of, because I've basically been on no gear.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's been rectified. I'm back on cycle now. So I'm on 500 tests now. I haven't really noticed much other than my body weight's gone up.
Yeah. And you had an arm wrestling competition a week ago?
It didn't go very well. I ended up, so it was a competition of 24 guys in my category. I won a match and then I lost 2 in a row. But I ended up losing to first and second place.
Right, okay.
So it's kind of annoying. I didn't know my level. I went with my coach yesterday and went over a few bits and I made a load of mistakes. I should have. I think I could have beaten the second place guy.
Yeah.
I don't think I could beat the first place guy.
Yeah.
He's a little bit too good for me. But but it's hard to know as well. Like, did I lose strength? Would I have been better if I was on cycle? I don't know. But it's an interesting one. I haven't felt too many negatives. And I think one of the main ones that I've noticed in years gone by, and I really want to talk to you about this as well, is the side effects, the sexual side effects, like libido, your ability to get a fucking boner, whatever. Even your interest in sex.
Totally.
So mine's been okay. It's been okay. I've still watched porn. I've still, me and Emily have still had sex. It hasn't been too bad.
With your testosterone being 2 and more.
Yeah. So the worry is that you just can't even get it up anymore and stuff like that. But it's been okay. Yeah. I know that testosterone isn't the only marker.
There's other factors.
It's to do with prolactin. Yeah, of course. But it's been all right. Have you ever experienced that as well?
Oh my God, yes. So for me, the issues have always been anything that affects progesterone or prolactin.
Yeah.
So for those of you that have used Trenbolone or Nandrolone, and Trenbolone's an interesting one because Trenbolone and Nandrolone actually aren't too dissimilar. It's just one is far more androgenic. Nandrolone will completely destroy my libido.
They're what's known as progestins for those watching, and that will affect progesterone and prolactin.
Yeah.
And those, prolactin in particular, is the one that's going to really affect.
I cannot take Deca. I can't do Deca.
Decadick,
right? And even if I ensure testosterone is way higher, so say you're doing 600 milligrams of testosterone, 400 milligrams of Nandrolone, whether that's MPP, Nandrolone, Decanoate, or just Deca, that's the different esters for you guys that are new to this, the release times. But regardless, not only do I not have any interest, I just can't. You can't finish. You can't. And then I can't. How many? Has this still happened to you? Is this just?
Oh, mate, 100%, right? So in years gone by, because I'm a different guy now. In years gone by, I remember there's been times where I might be on Tinder, I'll be talking to a girl, and I'll be texting away, fucking come over, I'm going to do this. Then they get there, and as they're driving over, I start to become a bit nervous because I think to myself, am I going to even perform? Because I'm not, because of what I'm on, my dick's sort of a little bit temperamental.
So you've got the kind of stage fright anxiety building.
Yeah, which you shouldn't have if you're experienced in having sex. You shouldn't be getting that, but I have done.
Yeah.
And then let's say by chance I do get a fucking boner, and then the girl's like, I want you to come for me. I'm like, good luck with that. You're sweating your fucking tits off, you're straining, you're like trying, and yeah. So mate, it's happened to me and it's so embarrassing. And bear in mind, if it's a girl that you've only just met,
it's fucking
their only
so
experience
bad.
of you is that. So they just think you're a guy.
You know, this 6'3", 6'4" fucking monster, like absolutely jacked, like veins everywhere. And you just like, the first conversation's kind of like, this doesn't normally happen. And she just thinks you are full of shit.
Yeah, I promise you, it's my first time. It's the fact that you're giving it the big one. You're like, I'm going to fucking do this. And then
but
look, you're actually a pussycat, you know?
And then sometimes they get a bit of fucking attitude, like
they think it's them.
They think it's them. So they start getting funny with you, and you're like trying to console them.
It's not you, it's me.
It's
actually though, it's those of you who've experienced it. It's near impossible to override that feeling when you don't have the hormones present in your body.
If prolactin's high, you are really, you're stuck. There's going to be...
So prolactin and dopamine work as a bit of a seesaw.
Yeah.
So when prolactin's high, dopamine will be low.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be really dramatically affecting.
And you can have really high testosterone, but if prolactin and dopamine
exactly.
it doesn't matter.
In fact, often that is the case. When you have high testosterone, you'll have high prolactin.
Yeah.
So for those watching and you experience this, it's not only to save you the embarrassment, there are certain things you can do. Number one,
get a coach.
Get a coach, and also talking about. I would suggest potentially lowering your testosterone using something like vitamin P5P, which is going to help reduce down prolactin. But in general, it's not like a hard and fast rule. Do this and you cure it. It's kind of, you need to.
Have you ever found, if you've done trenbolone, the first 2, 3, 4 weeks are like
I know what you're going to say.
You are just it's weird. Like it's going to
get a bit
weird.
creepy.
Like when you come off cycle afterwards, you're like, whoa, like what was getting into me there? but it starts off like that. But at the back end of a cycle, as the weeks are going on, that prolactin, that dopamine's creeping up. So the thought process is there. You're getting weirder and weirder. And then towards the end, it's like you're getting weirder and weirder, but you can't.
Define weirder.
Let's not.
That would be another episode.
Maybe
right?
that's another episode, yeah.
No, but so I definitely have had those feelings of where I'm getting like more depraved.
Yeah.
Definitely, but I don't know if it's definitely been trenbolone or nandrolone basically.
And then you've got to ask yourself, often the setting where you're going to be taking trenbolone is in a dieting phase anyway.
So you're less likely to be.
So as you further into the diet, there's
sure,
that argument as well.
Yeah.
But then
That's
the only way I guess you'll be able to like answer that argument is if you're in a surplus. But then every time I've ever done trenbolone in a surplus, I've regretted it. I just.
Do you know what? So I haven't necessarily had regrets about trenbolone in a surplus because I've done it as well. But what I would say is when I'm in a surplus, I'm eating so much food. Now my desire to have sex is reduced anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that's even worse, mate.
Because let's be real, when you're eating more food, that food's got to go somewhere.
Like,
right?
6,000, 7,000 calories, like, and you're 4 or 5 meals deep. Like, your stomach's further out than your chest. You
can't even see your dick anymore because of the bloat.
You can't.
I got a small dick, so. So yeah.
Like, and 20 seconds in, you are dripping with sweat. Like, you've got zero stamina. Like, you look good.
Have you ever had it before when you're on top of a girl and your sweat is dripping on her mouth or in her mouth?
And she like?
Yeah, in her
and you kind of, there's a split second, you're like, I'm sorry, like, and it just it immediately stops. No.
She'll be like, oh my God. And then you literally just watch it go to the back of their throat and you're like, fuck.
I'm going to watch this episode back later and cringe.
Oh, it's embarrassing, mate. These are real problems.
But this is real problems. And I know there are guys that are going to be watching this and be going, oh my God, that's me.
100%, man, 100%. So yeah, I mean, as a bodybuilder, I would even argue it's pretty inconvenient sexually. So either you're cutting and you're too tired, or you're eating too much food and you're too bloated, or you're taking different compounds that are making you not horny. Fuck me.
And I think a lot of the guys that get into this initially because there is an insecurity there. So they are trying to be more attractive to the opposite sex. And so you get into
paradox, isn't it?
The paradox. And then all that really happens is in the end that you just get respect off of the guys. Like,
expectation versus reality.
It's just blokes. It's just guys.
Just
you're looking big, bro.
Nice glutes, bro.
Innit? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So the irony is, you think you're going to get more girls, but you can't perform sexually, and you get more attention from men. So
yeah, don't bodybuild.
yeah, forget it.
Just don't do it.
Just drop it out, mate.
Yeah.
No, it's as much as it's cringy stuff. It's real life, man. It's real life.
It is real life.
Right. Segue away from the depravity talk. Okay. I want you to now tell me something, if you can think of something or a skill that you've learned in your bodybuilding journey that has been pivotal for you as a person.
Okay, and this is a really broad subject, and I think this is not just bodybuilding, but I think this is life. In the last 18 months, I feel like I've really matured as a person, like understanding that I feel the vast majority of the industry now, both coaches, clients, and just people who are just trying to better themselves, we are constantly being told on Instagram, on social media, that it's all about having a hack. There has to be some kind of drug or supplement, or there's got to be some new thing that makes every single aspect of what you're doing easier. Now, I'm all for that. I think it's 2025, science is moving forwards, we're always looking to advance things. Like, if you can do everything better and easier, great. But I think truthfully, the magic and the real kind of like wins from everything that we are doing actually come from the struggle. Like, you need to actually know when you're tired, where is your threshold? Are you actually tired? Like I have a scale, and I feel okay, I feel tired, I feel a bit fucked, I feel proper fucked. Mm-hmm. And it's like, where on that scale are you, and how long can you operate on that scale for? And like most people's thresholds now, I'm just gonna say it, most people are just soft.
Yeah.
We have got so much softer because everyone's telling you it's okay, everyone's telling you it's a hack. Like, I'm someone that actively uses modafinil a lot, I use caffeine, I use supplements to help me sleep, I use supplements to speed me up, I use PEDs, all the rest of it. But my fallback now, my biggest strength now, is that mentally I am way more conditioned. Like, I know when I'm tired, I just go harder. I can lean into it. It's like, you're tired and. Like, so you've got these things that have happened to you and. Oh, you've got a long day, right, and. Like,
what
get
changed?
it done.
What was the...
I just think I was looking at all the really successful people around me, not the ones that are like Instagram successful, like people who are actually effective. And all of them had shit going on in their lives. And it was like, they just get on with it. Some people play victim mentality. And I think personally in my life, I think I did for a long time. I think I wanted to blame. People want to blame their parents. People want to blame trauma. People want to blame a chronic illness. And every single person who's watching this will have some fucking really unfair bullshit that's happened in their lives. I have. But at the end of the day, like, you can either let that fucking consume you, or you can use that as a fucking weapon to move your life forwards.
Great message. I think you're not as unique as you think you are.
No.
Everyone, like, you know, the people that you admire, the people people watching who you admire, everyone's got stuff. Everyone has hardships and everyone has things, but it's the ones who are able to overcome, even though the hardships are happening, they're going to succeed.
I think some of the shittest things that happen in your life give you the most skills and tools.
I was just about to say that. The negatives in your life are what
they're not
give you
negatives.
character.
They're not. When I had the crazy health problems and issues that I had with my stomach and my liver and everything, I literally learned so much about myself there. It made me realize everything about life. Like, we said this in the previous one, but you have a million problems until you have a health problem, then you have one problem. Like, and you learn about yourself. You actually realize, like, how your brain copes with shit when you are not good. Like, you find out. But when you start to climb out that hole and you start climbing that mountain, you start coming out the other side, the things that you're equipped with that you learnt when you were down here, you take that with you.
100%.
And it doesn't matter, you can strip all and this is now where, like, all the little hacks and optimizations and icing on the cake, they matter. But none of those things will ever get you out of the hole unless you have this first. Like if you have this, you'll always be able to climb out the hole. And I think the generation we're in now, the coaches we have now, the influencers we have now, all they talk about is the hacks. No one's coaching you how to actually get out of the hole. AI won't help you. Like ChatGPT is not going to help you. You have to learn these skills. Like, and if you don't know how, you need to reach out to someone who has.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's funny how we are so resistant of negative things. Rightly so. It's like a survival instinct. You know, if you don't want pain, to experience physical pain, you don't want to experience emotional pain, but all of those experiences are what make you you. And in fact, what makes you one of the reasons why people will choose you as a coach is because you've done all the shit things, you felt all the shit things. People can see that and go, wow, okay, he went for it. He's got the solution. He's been there. He understands my problem.
And that's
so it's not even a negative. What you just said, it's not even a negative.
It's not, and that's kind of the whole point of what we're doing this for.
Yeah.
Like I want people to see, like, you know, and we're going to bring guests on. Like I love underdog stories. I want to know how fucked your life was and how you turned it around. Yeah. I want to know that story.
On that note, we've got a few people on a shortlist that we want to get in for the next episode. So yeah, we'll get onto that. No, that's great, man. That's great. I think.
What about you?
Yeah, when I think about one skill, I can literally. It's similar to yours. It is similar to yours, but honestly, I would say
it's more specific. It's one specific detail.
Literally, and my whole life changed. Pre this and post this, I can literally break up my adult life into that, and it's all down to one skill. The skill is my ability to be hungry. Controlling what goes in your mouth. It has so many crossover effects onto everything else in your life, but the physical effects, because it made me change physically. Up until 2014, 15, every time I was hungry, like most people watching this, every time I was hungry, I'd go and eat.
Every time you're stressed, every time something happens, bored. Every time you're bored, every time you've had a fucking long day, every time someone said something, everyone just switches off, reaches out, dopamine, it's okay, feel better.
Yep, it's a cope, and that's what people do, and I think it's a lot of people's crutch, you know. It was mine to a degree. I was always quite lucky because I was always quite lean, but that was always the thing. So I never really progressed, and I remember looking at people on YouTube or whatever, and I was always like, how do they get that look, that next level? Because I thought I trained really hard, but I don't ever look quite like them, and it's because I wasn't disciplined. I was lying to myself. I wasn't disciplined enough for food.
Yeah.
Anyway, it came to a point where I shouted him out in the last episode, a guy called Lewis Woodgate. He said to me, do this. Diet down a bit harder and then refeed, diet down a bit harder, refeed. He actually, said do that. And I did it for a little bit. After about 4 weeks, I was like, fuck, I started to look like I'd never looked like that. I was taking photos of myself all the time like a vain prick, but I was like, I can't believe that. Hold on a minute. So the pieces started to fit together. Mm-hmm. When I accept hunger, doesn't need to be solved immediately. Accept it, live within that space.
Yeah.
Accept it. Oh my God, I started seeing changes that I'd never seen before.
And the longer you can sit in that space for, the faster things speed up.
The greater the reward.
Yeah. And not only that, the longer you do it for, the more resilient your mindset becomes.
You're doing it now.
I'm doing it now.
You're doing it now.
I actually delved. I wanted to fucking know how far I could take this.
Yep.
In 2022, I did a 5-day water fast.
Yeah.
So I ate nothing for 5 days. I just drank water and black coffee. I did that for 5 days. And you think you're just gonna, I think I did it because I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
And you know what's really weird? After about 2 or 3 days, it's not too bad. The hardest bit's the beginning.
Yep.
When you initially pull the food out, all the cravings go, just consumes your mind. But as soon as you fucking you reach a point where it stops becoming hard. I bet if someone said to me, I bet you can't do another 5 days, I'd have been like, I'll do it.
So it's interesting. A lot of what you're feeling and what you're able to do is psychological.
It's mental conditioning.
It was you breaking habits.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what I'm talking about with the hunger.
Yeah.
I was always capable of doing it.
Yeah.
My brain just wasn't in that spot.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready to do it.
Yeah.
The moment you accepted that, became easy. The moment I accepted hunger, didn't need to be remedied immediately, like you're not going to die. It's a weird thing to say, hunger won't kill you, because hunger does kill people. But on an extreme level, most of you watching this, you, me included, we're eating 5-6 times a day.
100%.
You're not going to die. So when I accepted hunger, my life changed. That's when I started becoming a better bodybuilder, when I started competing. Then it gave me a platform to be able to coach, and it gave me the understanding of what it feels like, so I was then able to impart that knowledge onto clients. So my ability to feel hunger was quite literally life-changing.
I think
quite literally.
It is life-changing, mate. I think a big part of the coaching process for me, and for you, and for our clients, is that understanding that you have background noise of muscle soreness, of fatigue, of hunger, of other desires, and you are always able to just go, I don't need it. I can do this. I don't need that. I'm on target. This is what I'm doing. I don't need that. The constant voice in your mind going, oh, you could, but you're not going to. And the longer you do that for, and the more often you do that, the more resilient you become. And then you can do much greater things. And this just goes into every single other aspect of your life. Discipline with money, discipline with relationships, discipline in life becomes less about saying yes and more about saying no.
That's a great point. It's like, stop looking for the path of least resistance, which goes into what you said. Sometimes lead into it. Lean into the stress. If it's your job and you're starting a new business, for example, instead of quitting every time it gets hard, lean into it. Do more.
I think most people know exactly what they need to do in their lives. They're just so distracted by the comforts and dopamine. Most people, right this second, if you sat down and go, where are all the problems in my life? They know instantly. They're these fucking big red flags in your life, whether it's in your relationship, in your business, at home, in your like whatever it is. You know what your problems are. You just need to deal. You need to, you rather than trying to find a way around it, most of the time, it's just, it needs to start right now and you need to just head on.
Do you know what, though? A lot of people, this is where probably people need the intervention of a coach or a friend or someone.
Absolutely, because it can be really overwhelming at the beginning.
Yeah.
But having someone just guide you out that hole initially, once you're out the hole, everything just changes. It changes, and it changes. It's like, it takes so long in the beginning, and then it just happens faster than you can imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
if it happens exponentially more when you accept that first initial bit of discomfort, sorry.
Yeah.
And I think that's a bit of a metaphor for life, isn't it? You know, anything worth having, sacrificing what you want most, sacrificing what you want now for what you want most.
People who can delay gratification are the ones that are the most successful.
Deferred gratification. That is it.
Yeah.
That's the title of this podcast. Deferred gratification is probably the best skill one can learn.
Yeah. So
I really believe that.
And for me now, in life, I'm very, very aware of people who are able to do that. And I'll, whatever room I'm in, I feel gravitated towards those people because they get it.
Do you know what? It harkens back to how you and I used to conduct ourselves in our younger years. We were seeking immediate highs, whether that was from women, drugs, popularity on a night out.
All of it.
It was all surface level bullshit, which we've already gone over.
Yeah.
And it was that immediate gratification with no thought of what's tomorrow going to be like.
Where did it land us?
How's next week going to be? How, you know, the money that you don't have, why the fuck are you spending it now? Like, so yeah, we learned that skill.
Yeah.
And that's been life-changing for both you and I, isn't it?
Instant dopamine will destroy you.
That's a good one.
That's
fucking true.
It will fucking destroy you.
It feels good. In the moment it feels good, but it doesn't do you good long term.
Yeah.
Wow. Powerful. I like that.
That was good. That.
Yeah, that
was
good.
I didn't even rehearse that.
Right. Let's move on. I kind of want to go on to another subject and I want to talk about a thing that I believe that we don't fully align on. Now, the subject itself, I'm going to segue into. So I'm going to start off with this.
Yeah.
My point is, I have a little bit of a disdain for the culture of the fitness world in 2025.
Yes.
I think we're very heavily reliant upon supplements and hacks, a bit like what you just said.
Yeah.
So, GLP-1s,
yeah,
SARMs in general,
yeah,
various different steroids and different, whatever it is, trends, whatever. Do you believe, objectively, physiques are better in 2025 than they were in 1990? Bear with me a moment. My point is, we are not any further along. In fact, you could even argue we're regressing.
Yeah.
Even though technology and things available to us are far greater.
Yes.
So what is the net benefit if we're not even any better?
Okay, cool. So this is really, really good. So I think On the bodybuilding stage, I don't think we're any better, personally. And I think you probably agree with me on that as well.
For sure.
So I think a lot of the classic guys, for example, now, they idolize themselves on physiques of like the 1980s, 1990s. Maybe even
without a doubt.
Yeah,
Without
1970s, 1980s, 1990s.
Without a doubt, yeah.
The classic guys like want to be like that.
Correct.
And the guys back then did not have access to all the drugs that they're using right now.
Sure.
So that doesn't make sense to me.
And even insulin wasn't even a thing until I think early to mid 90s.
They had like probably 4 or 5 actual drugs that they could use. And the reality was most of them trained really fucking hard,
Correct.
really fucking heavy. They didn't care about overtraining. Most of the guys trained 5, 6, 7 days a week. Like they ate whole non-processed foods often. Like they slept well, they weren't watching TV, they weren't looking at screens, they weren't taking shitloads of drugs. That's the reality. And I do think those physiques were fucking amazing.
I'll just say, sorry, I will let you finish, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even the open guys, I don't believe are better. So the classic guys are trying to look that way. Even the open guys, in the desire to be larger, they look worse. Sorry, you finish. Sorry.
I agree. Yeah. Like, because I think, again, the focus is the drugs. They think it's pushing the drugs. And to be honest, I think the human body definitely has a point where it goes, we are maxed out now.
There's a limit, right? You can't just get bigger and bigger and bigger forever and ever and ever.
No, there's a ceiling. And like, you lose the beauty in pushing the beast.
Yep, completely agree. Sorry, I'll cut you in though, sorry. So then tell me the other bit.
So I think on a bodybuilding stage,
I
don't think we're any better. I think we're actually a little bit worse, generally speaking. That's my opinion. I think in the general population of lifestyle clients, for me, I do think things have moved forwards, and I do think drugs have allowed like the general population to achieve faster results with less resistance, which I don't necessarily think is good or bad, because there's pros and cons to both. And I think this is where you do need a coach to kind of intervene and make sure you are making the right decisions. So the example I'm going to use, and it's the elephant in the room, would be the GLP-1s. And we talked about this a little bit on the first episode.
I'm sorry, there was a bit I wanted to say before you went into that.
Go on.
Do we have a higher rate of obesity in 2025 versus 1990?
We've got a high rate of obesity now.
What does that tell you?
Yeah, it's true.
So are we doing better now away from the bodybuilding stage? Are we doing better as a society now or before?
It's tough. It's tough.
It's a bit more nuanced than that, isn't it?
No, this is multifaceted. There's so many things to touch on here, because lifestyle is very different now. Most people are sat down.
We have more things available to us.
Yeah.
As in fast food.
Yeah.
So
well, people move less, they eat more shit.
Yes.
Like stress is, I don't know if stress is high or whatever, but on the whole, I think, and you've seen it, I've definitely seen it, people who are morbidly obese and diabetic, pre-diabetic, can now get out of that hole very quickly using GLP-1s.
Okay, yep.
Which is massive. However, like all drugs, the room for abuse and the room to get to a point where it now becomes actually counterproductive, it is very much there as well. And I'm both, I have clients that use GLP-1s really effectively, and I also have clients that are coming to me that have used GLP-1s and met the issues that come with them because they weren't doing them particularly in the right way.
So what are the issues that come with them? Very briefly, just outline those.
Extreme muscle loss.
Okay.
Massive muscle loss.
Is that because they're not eating enough food, or because of lifestyle choices, or both?
I think both. I think the positive from a lot of these GLP-1s is I'm getting clients that come to me because they were so out of shape, they were so fat, they were so overweight, they had no confidence in the first place even entering a gym. It's allowed them to lose the weight to step foot in a gym, but now they don't know what they're doing, and they've lost a lot of muscle. And although they've lost a lot of weight, it's like girls have just lost their bums. Lads have got like literally, their legs are emaciated. They've lost loads of weight. They look better, but they don't. And they also feel like, but what it is, it gets them through the door. And I think to the point where they now feel confident enough to walk into the gym and ask for help. And that's where I kind of step in. Over to you.
Yes, but no. Okay, we've already touched on this. Is it good that they're able to now step in the gym and they're not crippled by anxiety? And yes, of course. But is it a good thing because they've not really taught themselves the hardships? What did we talk about 10 minutes ago?
I absolutely agree with you.
Accept the hardship. And I'm going to completely disagree with you. And I know that I'm saying something a little bit offensive here, but...
No. Today we've got to let it rip today.
What the fuck happened to some self-discipline?
100%.
What the fuck happened to that? When people say, yeah, but you don't understand because... Look, everyone's got a thing.
Yeah.
Are some people's genetics better than others? Sure. Do some people learn? Like, even me. It's like me being annoyed at a physicist because he gets to learn better. He's just got better brain capacity than me. I'm not like, boo-hoo, he learns better than me. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Right? Some people have better genetics, great. Some people have better metabolisms, great. Whatever.
Yeah.
But what happened to hard work? I'm sorry. Like, yes, you might have a medical condition, but you can still lose weight. Everyone who is living and breathing can lose weight. They just choose not to through bad habits.
I agree. And like, it's a tough one, this, because I am both for and against it.
Yeah.
Because I do actively encourage some people to be like, okay, yeah, I think this will benefit you. And there's other people who I'm like, you absolutely do not need that. And that line is so hard to cross. And obviously we're not medical professionals. We can't be like, oh, you need this, you don't need this, whatever.
Right.
It's their decision to do it. But I think the room for abuse with these drugs is massive. And I think where that person then crosses the line, it's so fine. And it's also, you've then got to coach the person out of it when they come off it as well.
Right.
Because like the main issue with GLP-1s is if you are using a really high dose and you've completely crushed your appetite and you're on like 7, 8, 9, 10 milligrams a week, for example, of Mounjaro, and normal baseline is not taking it, like you are so far from feeling, like as soon as you start withdrawing that drug, the feeling of hunger is going to be fucking so difficult to manage.
But that's the extreme. So I agree. I can't even imagine what that would feel like from having like none to like overloaded again.
Yeah.
Must be a nightmare. But let's go to like the more everyday person who just chucks in a little bit. Let's say they've got you as a coach. And you advise them, less is more. Get the most from the least. Right. Let's say that happens. Someone's argument would be, well, if it helps me, just curb it a little bit, then what's the problem? And I guess I kind of agree, but I'm still of the mindset, fucking pull your socks up and work. Don't 100%. Be afraid of a bit of discomfort.
100%.
It's okay to feel a bit of discomfort. You're not going to die.
It is. And the frustrating thing is, mate, and for us, is like, I don't know, and we don't know the answer yet, as to like what I think is hungry and what you think is hungry. It's two different things, and I can't tell, is it a willpower thing, or is it a genetic hormonal thing where someone's ghrelin and leptin is just fucking in the sky somewhere? That's the only thing right now, as we record in this podcast, we don't have the answer to.
But isn't it convenient that people have got a get out of jail free card? Yeah, but it's because of my hormones.
I know,
Prove it.
I know, but
Prove it.
And every single person, ultimately, that uses it and loses weight, they're losing weight because they're eating less. They're netting a deficit. So whether you have an underactive thyroid, whatever disease or condition you have, you are losing weight because you are consuming less calories. So it was always possible to lose weight.
It was always possible.
And
you just were choosing not to.
And I've got clients who will watch this and they know exactly who I'm talking about here. Like, who think they are the genetic exception, they've got really slow metabolism.
Everyone thinks they're genetically different. Yes.
But like, honestly, if I put you on a desert island for a week, you will lose weight. like
in concentration camps, no one was
100%,
obese.
100%. And I understand that sometimes these people are they've conditioned themselves so hard for so long that I am this, I have a slow metabolism. They'll get a blood test and their thyroid will be slightly down. Or like they have PCOS, or they have endometriosis, or they're perimenopausal. That's 3 different categories of women. Or you're a bloke and you're really sedentary, and you've almost given up, and you've got yourself into a point where psychologically you need to just see some movement on the scales. Sometimes a GLP-1 is that one thing that can just get them moving, in order for them to reinstill the belief, and that's where I stand on it. Because once they've instilled the belief, you then don't need that drug. You can then coach them out of it.
When they realise that actually it's not impossible.
Yes, and that's where I stand with it. But the majority of my clients are lifestyle clients, and the majority of your clients are competitors.
Half and half.
But it's the hardcore bodybuilding crew that are and the excuses that your guys have, it just shouldn't wash. Like if you're wanting to fucking get to single digit body fat and build shit tons of muscle, if you're needing to use a GLP-1 to turn your appetite off, then really should you be bodybuilding? Do you know what I mean?
Look, you're right, and I'm not a complete arsehole, because what you say, I understand. And if it gives you that little 1% extra that enables you to take step 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. And I mean, oh my God, they're all gonna sit here and go, yeah, but you're all fucking using steroids.
It's different.
It's different.
And here's how. We talk about this, here's how. Because steroids enable me to do more.
Yeah.
GLP-1 is actually preventing just a lack of discipline. I've got my discipline's absolutely fucking fine. Steroids enable me to go even harder.
I know.
So it's not a discipline issue for me.
Yeah.
It's my ability to now, I want to push. I want to bench 200. I want to squat 300. This gives me the opportunity to do that. So I want to work harder, if anything. So yes, steroids do enhance that, but it's definitely not a fucking discipline issue. I turn up every fucking day. And I'm not trying to be holier than thou, but I fucking do. So do you. I'm not saying I'm unique. I'm just saying.
But how magical is that moment when you get a client who hasn't ever believed in himself? They've never really been disciplined or focused. And then they start to cross that line, and you see it themselves. You see it in themselves, and you can see they start to believe, and how quickly things change as soon as they start to believe.
But could they not have done that without it? Was it just
No, they could. No, they could have. That's not even in regards to the GLP-1s.
And that pisses me off, mate.
Yeah.
You are being very compassionate, and I love that.
Yeah.
And I am. Like, this is just a discussion. This doesn't mean I'm some monster, but I tell you fucking what, it pisses me off that the old school method of just rolling your fucking sleeves up, or they're already rolled up, just roll your sleeves up and feel a bit of discomfort.
But it is the most
Stop
effective.
being wet and soft.
Yeah, and long term, it's the only way out.
Look, you need to...
It's the only
We
way
even
out.
spoke about this 15 minutes ago, mate. People need to learn not everything's a hack.
Yeah.
And now you're saying there's a hack, and fuck that. Sometimes just work.
The pot of gold in the rainbow is on the other side of a lot of suffering and pain and delayed gratification.
I've got another thing on the steroid thing. I was natural until I was 24. I can show you photos. In fact, here's a photo. This was me natural when I was going out every weekend, but I still had discipline because I still trained really hard. I was still making sure I ate enough protein, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's not like steroids were the only reason I'm in shape. I was in shape. I just wanted to get superhuman levels of in shape, and I wanted to win bodybuilding shows. So it was a necessary evil for me.
Yeah.
So it's not that I couldn't do it. And here's the thing. Here's how it's different. These people that you're referring to, no offense, but also you might be offended, they are telling you that they can't do it. And that is a fucking lie.
You know what though? I actually hope it does trigger them. Like,
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure I hope all parties are triggered, because if you come away from this and it's pissed you off a little bit, then good, because now you're having a conversation in your mind of, well, maybe I can work a little bit harder. Maybe I can try a little bit more. Maybe I can resist a little bit more. And you know, the only one thing that's going to come from that is fucking progress.
What actually I think is going to happen is they're going to stop following me on Instagram, and they're going to go, no, he doesn't understand. It's not my fault. I think a lot of people can't take accountability for their 100%. For their own shortcomings.
100%.
Look inwards.
Yeah.
You can change. Yeah. You chose not to. The moment you started eating less food, you started changing. So you were capable of it.
Yeah.
You chose not to. Yeah. And I'm sorry if you... Sometimes what you need to hear is not what you want to hear.
I agree.
Yes, good for you that you're starting to get the result now, but you could have done it before. You chose not to.
Yeah.
And there you go. Yeah. My follow count is going to go down. I'm not a bad guy.
Mine's going to go up and yours is going to go down. I'm going to take a few of yours.
I'm not a bad person. I am nice. And if you see me in person, talk to me. But yeah, I stand by.
But what's the message we're trying to push here? We're trying to push that ultimately, like, the most important thing is you. You need to work on you. You can suffer more. You can work harder. Like, that is the only way out. It's the only way out.
The overriding message is, I actually believe you can do it. You have way more capabilities than you're giving yourself credit for.
Yeah.
If anything, you're taking it as a negative, but I'm telling you, you've got the tools.
Yeah, 100%.
So, anyway, on that note, thank you so much, mate. Episode number 3, out. Mug.
fuck off, you mug.
Put this bit in there, you fucking little
Fucking
sigh.
cunt.
You fucking.